That's like all you hear in this Playboi Carti album. Alright, so what's poppin', everybody? It's your man, Young Ida Costello, back again with another video. Now this video is going to be another album reaction plus review, and this album reaction slash review is going to be on Playboi Carti. Well, Playboi Carti. Now when it comes to this Playboi Carti album, I'm going to keep it real. I was really scared and worried for Playboi Carti because there was a lot of pressure and a lot of people that really wanted this Playboi Carti album. I have a lot of friends that listen to Playboi Carti and pretty much worship this man. I myself wasn't the biggest Playboi Carti listener, but I listened to him on occasion, and everybody was saying, wait till April 14th, Chris. Carti's gonna drop the tape. Everybody's gonna be talking and dressing and acting like Carti. It's Carti season. It's Carti season. And I'm sitting there like telling these boys like, yo, you better make sure that this ain't trash, because this is Carti's first mixtape. He has a lot riding on this. He better make sure that this is A++ for how many people I've heard talking about this dude. And honestly, I will admit that when it comes to this Playboi Carti tape, it is actually pretty solid. Now to be honest, when it comes to this Playboi Carti tape, it is a really seamless listen. A lot of the beats are kind of the same. They're all kind of similar. It's kind of like the Nav mixtape. It's not similar in the way that the production or the beats are the same. It's just similar in the way that the album flows, because the album all flows at the same time. It flows seamlessly. A lot of the beats sound similar. A lot of the production sounds similar. And honestly, a lot of what you hear throughout this mixtape is bro, it sounds like I'm listening to like a kung fu movie, bro. It's like a new Bruce Lee movie, bro. Like if you listen to this album, bro, and close your eyes, it sounds like Carti's fighting somebody like what? It just sounds like Playboi Carti is like fighting some villain or fighting the ops over a beat. It's just funny to me. And when it comes to Playboi Carti is not one of those artists that you go into just to look for lyrics. Playboi Carti is pretty much one of those artists that you go into listening to just for the ambience. In my opinion, it's just some music that you put on in the background. You about to do some bad things, or you about to do some nice little rich Negro things, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, I don't know, maybe you about to go to a party, you about to go to a kickback, so you kick this song before you get there. It just turns the party up. It's just something like that. It's a really smooth listen. But I will say that if you do dig into the lyrics, the most things that you're going to hear about Carti talking about is getting that money, taking your girl, taking your bitch. Just pretty much simple stuff like that. You already know, bro. I mean, Carti's from Atlanta, and the main things to do in Atlanta is smoke weed, take somebody's bitch, orgies, AIDS, STDs, get money, drugs. That's pretty much all that is standard in Atlanta, in my opinion. So I mean, like, it pretty much flows from where he's from. Just to keep it real. Now, as far as features, A$AP Rocky is featured on the song. And when it comes to A$AP Rocky, I am known to be really critical of A$AP Rocky, just because I think that, in my honest opinion, A$AP Rocky is overrated, just because in his music discography, when it comes to mixtapes and albums, he doesn't really have a good one. It's kind of just up and down, inconsistent. That's pretty much how I feel about A$AP Rocky. But I will say that surprisingly, bro, on this song that A$AP Rocky is featured on, he absolutely bodied it. You just have to keep it real. You got to give credit where it's due. His flow, his wordplay, everything was on point, so I definitely do give kudos to A$AP Rocky on that right there. The song is called New Chopper, and A$AP Rocky absolutely bodied that. And also when it comes to features, we have a couple of features from Lil Uzi Vert, and I will say that Lil Uzi Vert is somebody that I really enjoy. I really enjoy listening to his music. I will say that the song EXO Tour Life is probably one of my favorite songs of 2017. I think that song is really dope. But when it comes to the two songs that he's featured on, the beat does not cater to his voice at all. Like on the song Woke Up Like This, woke up to nigga talking like we talk. I just honestly feel like that track is a throwaway that shouldn't have made the album. I think that the production on the song is really weak. I think that looping guitar riff in the background is extra weak, and it really makes the beat sound whack. I'm just gonna keep it real. That's not one of my favorite songs of the album. But when it comes to my favorite songs on this tape, I definitely do have to give it to Location. Now, Location is a dope song because the beat is produced by Harry Fraud, and this beat kind of sounds like you are in a documentary. It kind of feels like you are in a tour bus waiting to get to your next destination, and you're looking outside out the window, watching the buildings and watching the trees, watching everything pass you by. It kind of feels like everything is good is going in life when you listen to that song. It kind of feels like dreaming. So I really thought that that beat was dope, and I really thought that that started off the album in a dope way. But I mean, literally after Location and after those 2 trash Lil Uzi Vert tracks, the album kind of just sounds like a hodgepodge with the same music, if you know what I mean. It just sounds like the same song, just with like different hooks, just with like a little bit of a different beat switch here and there. So when it comes to this Playboi Carti album, I think that it's solid. I think that when it comes to the pressure, I think that Playboi Carti definitely did a pretty okay job with dealing with the pressure. He didn't put out a whack project at all. It isn't amazing. It isn't the greatest thing that I've heard this year. But when it comes to this album, or when it comes to like playing this in the car, you can just throw this on as quick ambient music. Or maybe you're just using your phone and it's on shuffle and a couple of the songs pop up. They're not skippable. Like, none of these songs are really skippable except for those Lil Uzi Vert tracks, in my opinion. But I mean, honestly, when it comes to this Playboi Carti self-titled album, it is pretty decent. So if I had to grade it, I had to give it a strong 5 to a light 6, just because like he didn't really go above and beyond. A lot of people were saying that this album was going to be like the end of hip-hop and he was going to start this whole new thing. He didn't really start a whole new thing. He just dropped a pretty okay tape with like some pretty nice songs on it. Nothing too bad. But that is my review of this album. How did you guys like this album? Did you guys think that it was dope? Did you guys think that it was some trash? Put that in the comment section down below. More videos coming soon. And without further ado, I just have to say, hey, blessings, 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 and Chris out.